Welcome into the WAC 2021 football preview day. Rachel Vieja coming with you. Thanks for all spending your Wednesday afternoon with us. Excited to have some members from the Lamar football team joining us. We've got head coach Blane Morgan, tight end Jeremy Davis, and defensive back Anthony Ruffin with us. How's everyone doing?
We're doing great.
Good. We're good.
Good. I like the energy. All right. Well, Coach, I want to start with you. When you first heard about football coming back into the WAC, what was your initial reaction?
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm pretty familiar with that conference. In fact, my senior year playing was the last year that the affiliated schools played football and then moved on to another conference. So it was certainly exciting.
And for both of you, same reaction?
Oh yeah, it's a good opportunity for us to see new teams, new experiences, new opportunities. Like I said, especially having a coach coming from that conference, it brings a lot of and excitement to the whole party.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to be in this new conference. I mean, it gives us all the chance to explore new options, see new, sceneries, and just show our talents to more people. And
of course, with the unique year that was last year with everything COVID, you guys go 2-4, but you play a spring schedule. What was the most difficult part, and Coach, I'll start with you, of just handling the past 12 months?
I think just complete inconsistency and chaos for the most part. Every day there was something new or something different that I think every school in the country would attest to is in being a first-time head coach, first-year head coach, some new rule or a different test or something happened, and I think these guys will attest to it. Like the schedule, the one thing when I met with my players after the spring season was can we get some more consistency with our schedule? And that was it. Every day was inconsistent, and every day, seemed to be something new and different. And so that was just a huge challenge.
And for each of you in the huddle there, what was the most challenging part?
I would think probably the most challenging part for us was just like Coach Morgan said, just consistency. It was a lot going on at that time, so it was just hard for us, just stay consistent.
I think it was just like being uncertain. Like, you always have to worry about not getting COVID, protecting your teammates, and as well as just being ready for the call, because you never know what's going to happen.
Now, Jeremy, you're picked 4th in the preseason All-WAC selections. How much of a chip on your shoulder does that put for this upcoming season?
If I'm being honest with you, the polls, it is what it is. But for me personally, I'm still trained as if I was picked first for our conference selection. So it's another day to me.
Now, Coach, you mentioned first year last year. What was your biggest takeaway learning from this past year?
Wow, it's almost like I got 10 years of experience in my first year coaching, and so just being flexible and being able to adjust to change, trying to figure out how to grow a team in unity with your team not being able to be united or together, and then just trying to find consistency. And I think as we grow out of this COVID, this whole cycle, hopefully, and we've got a chance to do it this summer, is as a team, we've been together for 2 months now, and what you've seen just a brotherhood and the unity we've been trying to build for the last 14, 16 months. You started to see that in a 2-month period where we were together. You've seen that kind of develop and just grow.
For you both, how have you seen the chemistry from this past year really grow between the members of your team?
I think it's increased a lot. We've been through a lot as a team every single day, and now with the more players we got in now, we really force them in and they all just mesh. It just clicks.
For me, it's been pretty good. Like, we all learned how to cope with each other and how to bring up the new guys, and we all learn how to find our voice and be like a good team, and how we want to do it.
Anthony, the defense didn't hold a single team to under 20 points last season. What's the approach need to be this season to have a different outcome?
We need to be, our coaches have told us that we need to be more efficient with our stuff. We need to be very detailed in the things that we do so that little mess-ups don't happen. And as well, just be ready when your name is called, because, we have had a lot of injuries last game, and we're trying to get the young bucks ready and let them know that this is what we need to do exactly so that we can be prepared and have you all prepared.
Coach, on that same note, what's that pinpoint for you?
Yeah, I think there's 2 ways that goes, because 4 of the 6 teams we played were in the top 8 in the nation in total offense. So you look at that, it's like we played some good offenses and some explosive teams. I think Sam Houston and Incarnate Word averaged like 8 yards a play. I mean, that's impressive for any offense. And so we played some really good offenses, which gave our defense really maybe exposed some deficiencies. And I think what you'll see is a much improved squad this fall.
What do you hope that they can take from playing those top-rated offenses and hope to bring to this year?
Well, I think when you're in the first season with a new staff, you're trying to figure out just how to communicate with each other, and just you're trying to bond and figure it out as a staff. And then in the spring, in a shortened season, you're experimenting a little bit, because when you play with so many young players, you're trying to figure out what you're good at. And so we found we had a couple of those games where we stopped a few opponents and held them down a little bit and won those 2 games. And so that I think that's what we learned is we grew the young guys up a little bit that we played on defense, and then I think we'll be better at just knowing what we're good at, and hopefully we've got to learn to play harder and play a little more consistency.
Coach, for fans that may not have experienced Lamar football before, what can they expect when your team takes the field?
Yeah, exactly what I talked about. I want to see a team that we talk about a few things in our program, and I want to see guys that just play extremely hard on every play. We're a disciplined team, and if you look back at the spring, those are 1 of 2 things that we did fairly well. Is we limited our penalties. I think we were one of the top couple in the league, and then turnover margin. So I believe you can win with old school. Win the turnover margin. Possess the football, and that's old school thought. But I really think you can win a lot of games doing that.
Following that same note, Jeremy, what type of atmosphere can fans expect if they go out to a Lamar game?
I think the best thing to describe our atmosphere is that it's high energy. A lot of fans will be there, packing those stands, and we'll make sure that we can deliver some wins to them.
And then for both of you, I guess I'll ask, what are you looking forward to most for this upcoming season?
I'm looking forward to playing new teams, have a new experience, and just be able to play with my new teammates and brothers.
Yeah, I think I speak with TJ. I'm just excited for the new opportunities, to take flights to different states we haven't been before, and just going to see how good we can actually be this year.
I mean, I think everybody's looking forward to just a normal fall. Tailgating, for the fans, we haven't had a fall. We haven't had anything that's close to normal yet. And so just coming out and experiencing a college game day atmosphere in Beaumont, Texas, I think that'll be exciting.
What games do you have circled on the schedule you're looking forward to most?
The first one.
Good coach answer. What about for you, gentlemen?
The first one.
That mindset, it's there already.
Yeah, no game is more important than the first one. Every game has its own importance.
All righty. Well, I'm now going to send it over to Chris, and we'll have the media ask some questions.
Hey, Coach, thank y'all for being here today. I'm Rob Hipp, radio voice of the Bearcats. First and foremost, I've enjoyed your program, got to know several of your guys, just a very outstanding program, so thank y'all for what y'all do. Question for you, moving from previous conference now to the WAC, some familiarity, of course, with Sam Houston and other teams. Talk a little bit about that and just maybe some excitement still having some teams that you're familiar with into the new conference now.
I kind of like that we have one team that we've played so far, and so I like that fact that we're going to play pretty much everyone on our schedule is new, except for one team. And so what we do is we're a little bit unconventional on offense. We don't do what everybody else does. We're a little different on defense. And so I like that going into a new season and facing different opponents.
Coach Harold Mann, KLVI Lamar Radio. I've talked about this in the past. Just talk about how your team's going to have to mature quite a bit, because you're going to have a lot of players that were playing high school football last year.
Yeah, I think if you break it down, probably 80% of our squad, as far as the numbers, will be in their first 2 years of playing college football, and so that's significant. But we look to these older guys that have, and really a guy like Jeremy and Anthony just got their really true first college experience this last spring. And so even for the older guys that we have on our team and the younger guys, this last spring hopefully will prove, that experience will help us grow up as a team.
Coach Chris Mikoski, ESPN Plus. Knowing your history in this conference and the award that I assume you have somewhere in your house, I'd like to know where that is. But
I think it's in my garage closet right now.
So Offensive Player of the Year award in your closet. All right. But that logo, those 3 letters, knowing when you found out that Lamar was going to make this move, what kind of memories did that spark for you?
Yeah, you don't, as a coach, when you've been coaching for a while, I think that going into my 20th season this year, you don't really get a chance to look back and reminisce. And we laid to rest one of our teammates this last year. And so when you do have those moments to remember a teammate's life and get together as teammates, that's what you realize is I want these guys to have those kind of bonds and relationships when they do graduate, because those are the things that really kind of last down the road.
I'm not sure how much Coach has told you about the history of WAC football, but it's pretty storied. For the players, what does it mean to now know that Lamar football is part of that WAC football legacy that goes back 50 years?
I think honestly it's a historic moment, just like you said. For us, we get to join the WAC, and the WAC is coming back strong. So for us, it's a great opportunity to actually be doing this and starting this whole conference back up.
Yeah, it's an honor to be able to help revive the WAC football, and as well as be able to be a part of what our head coach did and just try to put on a show for him and as well as our fans.
Any other questions?
Hi guys, thanks for being here. It's Dylan Crowley from Texas College Football. Wanted to ask Jeremy and Anthony both, what aspect of your game are y'all looking to improve on individually and as a team?
I think individually, I'm just focusing on my blocking footwork and tightening up my routes. I think as a whole, as a team, mainly we just need to be more confident in what we do. Honestly, that's just the thing, just being confident and trusting what the coaches are teaching us and telling us.
For me, I think everything part of my game can have something to work on. So each and every day I try to pick something and just work on that and just try to get better and better. But as a team, I feel like we just need to be more detailed and disciplined, and then we'll be able to have the results that we want.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, well, gentlemen, thank you so much, and best of luck this season. We'll look forward to seeing y'all out on the field.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Alrighty, for those tuning in on the WAC Digital Network or Facebook Live, we'll be back at the bottom of the hour with Stephen F. Austin. We'll be back.